the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio.
I have no idea why all of those things are popping up on the screen, but they are.
Town radio.
Yeah, let's just throw them all up there today. There we go. Wow. How about this one? That'll get some viewers.
It's the Weekend Review.
We will.
It's a Bible coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they
There
don't
we go.
show well, whatever, man. We're coming, who's playing out?
Holy moly.
With the who's who of talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell.
We're going to raise some hell, we are.
With heart and no plan to do it well.
Sing it, Mark. Show. Good afternoon, everybody. Just remember the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, that's me today, and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent, and also do not apparently reflect my selfishness for not liking, commenting, and doing anything else on your posts. How's that? Wow. If you saw that post earlier today, it just baffles me. It baffles me. Steve Stein in the house. How are you? Thank you for being here. And welcome to All Around Town Radio's Who's Playin' Out Thursday segment, as we call it. Miamisburg Jay in the house on the YouTube channel. Thank you for checking in. Check out his videos, man. He takes some great videos. Follow him on the tube of you, if you will. Chris Runnels in the house. Chris, I got your message, man. I don't have a clue yet, but I'll look for real. Jimmy Kilroy in the house. Debbie Vance, thank you for being here today. Nick Wheeler is here. Just here to see if I like anybody else's content. I'm going to like about 100 different acts here in just a minute as we start doing the list. How's that sound? I think me mentioning them on the show is a like and a care, but supposedly I'm not doing enough of that. What's up, 7 West? Yeah, good to see you, my friend. How you been? Let's see, we got Nick Wheeler here. Stone Agony that's playing this weekend. Truck's playing this weekend that Nick's in. He's a mercenary musician. He plays in all kinds of bands. Next to Nowhere. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Hi, Anthony. Thank you for being with us. Sean Cooper, Big Show Thursday. I didn't take my Lee Dixon elixir today, and you can tell. Yeah, if you saw that on my page, try that stuff, guys. Message Lee. Get a handle on that if you have vocal issues ever. It can fix you. It can. It's Fix 7 West. Ask him. Not that he needed fixing, but you know what I mean. Good stuff there. Kevin Cooper in the house. Jamie from 1330 is here. What's up, man? How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. I know you're playing the Bell this weekend. We're going to mention that here in just a minute. I want to thank the Contenders for the shirt. This is a cool shirt, man. You see this stuff? Look at that. Yeah, that's a nice logo. The Contenders. Thank you for that. And we'll get started here. And Kevin says, great to see you last Saturday, Chris Reynolds. It's always good. Chef D in the house. I don't know who that is. Should I know who that is? I hope. All right, we're going to get started. I got a lot to talk about today. We've got a pretty good list here. It is summer festival season. There is a Saint Everything in Cincinnati. I mean, they have Saint Festival. They just got every saint in the world, and Cincinnati's full of saints. They are. Lots of them. And saints apparently pay well because a lot of bands are there. So it's good stuff. Del McFarlane in the house from Twisted Fate. Thank you, Del, for dropping by today. It's good stuff. All right, let's get started with Who's Playin' Out here from the Hall Around Town Radio Studios in beautiful downtown Springboro, Ohio. For Thursday, June the 5th through, what the heck? I got the wrong date. Through next Wednesday. How's that? Somebody give me the date of next Wednesday. Look on your little calendar right now because I can't do it. And I'll make an edit here. It says June the 5th through June the 5th, but it's Thursday, June the 5th through next Wednesday that we have the list for. So, my producers out there, I'm sure somebody is going to come up with that date in a minute. And you know, guys, a little live music can turn an ordinary day into a very memorable experience. The area's top musicians take center stage at some of the Tri-State's best restaurants, night spots, and live music venues who bring music to the region nearly every night of the week. So make your first stop here weekly and find out who's playing out at one of our live local music venues. What's up, Chad? How are you, my brother? Good to see you. Anybody going to the jam tonight? I'm trying to decide. Who's going to the jam? Somebody raise your hand if you're going to the jam. After you give me the date of next Wednesday. Isn't that sad? I got it. It's screwed up on the list here. So we're going to start out with our sponsor today. Our sponsor is Heather's. It's known as Heather's Cafe. Allow me to say, however, if you've ever been there, don't get the thought process in your head that Heather's is this little tiny little cafe sitting on a corner somewhere. It does sit on a corner, but if you go to the back side of the building, you're going to find a patio that seats over 350 people. If she really pushes it, 400. And we had about over 250 last night for Name That Tune on that patio. Great night, 34 teams. We had a wonderful time. So thank you to Heather for always taking care of. She had so much going on yesterday. She had a celebration of life there until 1:30, then cleared that all out. And then they had two groups come in about 4 o'clock that were young professionals groups who were doing their thing. And and then we had Name That Tune last night. So it was a busy, action-packed day for her staff. For real. And let's see what we got here. Skunk Dog CD release party. There's a shameless plug getting thrown in here at Southgate House Revival, ages 18 and up. Yes. Southgate House Revival room with U.S. Daggers and special guest Johnny Cords Chapman. Doors are at 7, music's at 8. And what day is that? Friday. Okay. Thank you, Anthony. Kevin Cooper says he'll be there. He's hosting that jam tonight. And better half will be with him as well. Teachers are now off for summer. Isn't that great? Tracy Lynn says we love Heather's. We do. And we love Heather's for sponsoring this day today. So let me get started with Heather's list. On the patio at Heather's, sponsor of our Thursday live show here, where Thursday night tonight, Brian Scott graces the stage there with his great solo talent. 6:30 p.m. on the start time there. It's called Grapes and Grooves. Wine tasting starts at 5 and goes to 8. Music goes 6:30 to 9:30. And Brian Scott will be playing tonight. So if you like wine, there's wine reps there. They'll give you tastings, let you know what you might want to buy. It's good stuff at Heather's on a Thursday night, always. Sugar Rock in the house. Thank you for being with us today. Jim McCarthy's popped up on my Book of Face page. Thank you, Jim. He's my producer. I'm surprised you didn't come through with that yet, the date of what next Wednesday's day is. I got to change it on my sheet here. Let's talk more about Heather's, though. June 11th. Thank you. Good thing, man. I'll tell you what. Let me edit that right meow. All right. Speaking of Heather's, we're a little sad that the resident cafe kitty has come up missing. I'm going to give you my thought on it. I think somebody took the cat. The cat is so sweet, and I think somebody thought it was a stray, blah, 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 and took it because the cat doesn't like to be indoors. The cat likes to be outside. Got a cat house outside the whole bit. Man, a condo down there at Heather's, but cat's been missing for about a week now. So if you know the whereabouts of the cafe kitty, orange cat, let us know. We'd like to see that cat come back. All right, Friday at Heather's. Retroactive Band is there. Colleen and company will be in the house at Heather's on Friday night. Saturday at 1 p.m., Ben and Pete. Ben and Pete at 1. And Saturday night, I've never seen them. I may have to stop in and see this band. I've heard about them. Add-on Room Band at 7 p.m. Anybody heard of them or been to a show with them? Add-on Room? Give me a comment if you have. What's Chris Reynolds say? 1 part honey, half letter vinegar with the mother keeps the throat clean. Yeah, I do a lot of that, but today I neglected it. I did, and you can hear it in my voice, can't you, Mr. Chris Reynolds? All right, Saturday, like I said, Add-on Room Band, Saturday night, 7. Sunday, Sarah Horseman at 1 p.m. on the patio there. And Wednesday night, of course, Name That Tune with yours truly at 7. Reservations are always recommended for that one. And also, I'll tell you, bingo's coming back to Heather's as soon as the state gets off their duff and sends the license like they're supposed to, their annual bingo license. They'll be up and running with that on Tuesday. So that's some good stuff as well. Shane says he can smell the weekend. And Tony said, Add-on Room is my buddies, Tim's band. Can't wait to see them. Okay. I may have to stop in and see them too. I've heard good things. So let's see what shakes there. All right, we're going to the Bell and the Bear now. Thank you to Heather's again for being our sponsor. And speaking of sponsors, Bell and the Bear sponsors our Hot Topic Tuesday show and provides us with our co-host, Karis, who joins me for some joy, judgment, and a lot of controversy every, Tuesday? I almost said Thursday. Every Tuesday. Thursday night at the Bell, though, is the award-winning jam tonight, 7:30-ish. A host of players, singers, and hosts with the most there. Coop, any changes to the lineup tonight if you're out there, or is it the standard lineup? Chad says no Billy Rock this weekend. I saw that on the list, or not on the list, actually. So the jam tonight at the Bell. I may make a haul around town radio appearance there if we can. That doesn't mean, as Karis would say, doesn't mean shit, but yeah, I'll be there maybe. Friday, 13:30 at 8:30 p.m. at the Bell and the Bear. Great show with them. I've seen them several times. Love that band. Rocking out, those boys do. Saturday, Crown Watts. So it's a weekend of rock at the Bell. Prog rock there on Saturday night with Crown Watts at 8:30 p.m. Monday night is Game Night at 6, hosted by Karis, if her back gets better. And Wednesday, Gina and Johnny. This week, a week early. They normally play the third weekend. I think they're playing a week early this week. Gina and Johnny will be there for sure. Hi, Carlos Miller. How are you? Great to see you play last weekend in Spongeworthy. He's got a couple shows on the list this week. Jim is off. Kevin's trying to bring your keyboard rig to cover as needed. All right. Sounds good. That's right. Jim's on vacation, and I forgot about that. All right. Yeah, we're going to Jim's house for a party. Let's see what we got here. We're moving on down the line to Mr. Burroughs Tavern, where my good friend Greg is right now. He messaged me a few minutes ago, but I had to do this thing live. Couldn't go down and meet him for an adult beverage, but he's at Mr. Burroughs right now. And tonight at 6, if he stays long enough, he gets to hear Velvet Crush Unplugged. Then on Friday, it's Daved, D-A-V-E-D, and Confused. It's a great name. 8 to 11. And then Saturday, Element 3 is what I've got on the board here from 8 to 11. Ben and Pete on Sunday from 3 to 6. Tuesday, Trivia is going on there at Mr. Burroughs. And Wednesday, Queen of Hearts at 8 p.m. Rounding it out their schedule in Springboro. You're most welcome, Carlos. I try to make any show I can of Sponge. I love Spongeworthy. Love your band Britches Down, too. I haven't seen them in a while. I need to get back out to one of their shows. And you know, I neglected at the beginning of the show, and I meant to do it. Guys, I've got to say this before I move on. Our thoughts and prayers are out to our friends in the Stranger Nation, the band Stranger, and their followers, and the folks there suffered just another unimaginable loss with Rob Hoding, their drummer, who has been a longtime drummer with Stranger. Lost his 2-year battle with cancer, And our prayers are out to his family and all who knew and loved him as well. I can tell you, I loved Rob. He was a great guy and super, super human. Unbelievable individual. Just knew everybody as a friend and just one of those guys who had that charismatic smile. So, again, our prayers are with the folks in the stranger camp. And it's a tough one for them. They've been, they've been going through this for a while. Kobe Utterback's been filling in for Rob, and Rob gave him the nod a couple weeks ago when they spent some time with him, said, carry the torch, keep it going. So that's good, because that's one of those showstoppers for a band sometimes where you just say it's time to throw in the towel, and I don't think they will. I think they're going to keep going and do their thing. Strangers, a wonderful band, been around a lot of years. In fact, played a milestone birthday party for me once, and I just love those guys. Really good people. So let's keep rolling here as we go on down the list. Thank you, Bill, for being here. I see Bill Dankoff in the house. Miamisburg Jay giving a big endorsement there for Britches Down. Miamisburg Jay, you probably got some videos of Britches Down on your YouTube channel, I'd bet. Crooked Handle Brewing in Springboro, Scott Houchins, Friday night, 6:30 p.m. That's a good one. Sunday, Music Bingo show at 6. I'm not sure that's happening this week. In fact, I probably ought to strike that. I think that was last week. Crooked Handle Brewing in Piqua, Friday, the Lock 9 concert series continues there right outside Crooked Handle Piqua at 7 p.m. Trivia on Tuesday with Josh and Queen of Hearts there on Wednesday at Crooked Handle Piqua location for sure. Thank you, Kaylee. I know you loved Rob. It's good to see you on here. Thank you so much. And Kaylee, I got your friend request on my personal page. Thank you for that. I haven't yet been able to kick somebody off. Actually, somebody kicked themselves off. So now I think I can accept you. I'm at that limit where they don't let me accept friends or something. I don't know. It's typical FBBS. John Campbell, how are you, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. And guys, I want to remind you too, everybody that sends this list in takes time out of their day to send us their stuff. We don't find it on the internet. We don't do any of that. So please, if you can, share the show. You ever get an opportunity to share one of our shows throughout the month, week, year, share one of the ones where we're supporting the local music scene and talking about all these venues and people, because we need them. We do for real. All right. Sorg Opera House, Friday night, Signs of Life. The American Pink Floyd is there at 8 p.m. Saturday at 7 p.m., Scotty Bratcher takes the stage in a hometown show for him with a host of other folks playing, including CFG and the Family. Emily from Archer's Gate will be there. There's going to be some great players there that night. Tickets are available at cincyticket.com. There are very few tickets left to that in that 750-seat venue. So Scotty's homecoming is going to be a big one there at the Sorg Theater in Middletown. Or Sorg Opera House, whatever you want to call it. You call it what you want. Just go to the Sorg. Karaoke at Soft Rock Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Centerville, the longest running karaoke bar in the tri-state. Been doing it over 20 years. And it's good singers there. A lot of fun. Milano's Miami Township. Live music each week, 7 p.m. on Wednesday nights. And Last Call will be there next week. My friend Coop's place, where he'll be in the evenings. And as the evening general manager and taking care of the music biz there. So thank you, Coop, for bringing us live music to Milano's. I wish I could make them on Wednesday, but I can't. Got a standing gig all summer. I make them in the winter. I do when I can. They're on the patio there as well if it's a nice night, so keep that in mind. Hi, Jordan Bodecker. Thank you for dropping by. Hamilton's Urban Backyard, voted best bar and patio in Butler County, has Saturday Full Circle at 7 p.m. Wednesday, Team Tune Trivia takes the stage there at 7. Then we move on into Hamilton to River's Edge Amphitheater in Hamilton. Friday night, supporting act, I think it's Brown Keith Hines. That's at 7. And then the headliner, Clay Street Unit, at 8:30 p.m. They just had Little Texas there last week in a packed house at the new revamped River's Edge. And it is so cool. Got a new cover over the stage. I look forward to doing some shows there this year. Got a few that we're going to be there for. And as we move on down the line, we'll go to Springfield, Ohio, I guess if you want to call it that, northeast of Dayton. O'Connor's Irish Pub, where karaoke goes on every Thursday. Saturday, DJ Mike Reels is in the house at 9. Trivia with Matt Allen on Monday at 7. And then Matt Allen plays acoustically on Tuesday at 8 p.m. And Wednesday, karaoke at 9 rounds out the schedule for O'Connor's Irish Pub in Springfield, Ohio. Tina's Place. Go check it out if you're in Springfield. Pullman Lane, Scott's Bar and Grill, family entertainment complex on the west side of Hamilton, where Saturday night Escape, EXCAPE, is in the house. And then Monday, the After Hours Big Band plays from 7 to 9, and karaoke on Tuesday, 7 p.m. on that show. Scott Albrecht from Wild Frontiers has joined the party. Thank you, Scott, and thank you for playing Trivia Tuesday with me. I appreciate you. Adam, thank you for being here, giving us a wave there. Good to see you. All right, we're moving on to Little River Bar and Grill in Orgonia, Ohio, where karaoke dance party tonight with DJ Danny filling in for DJ Songs, who's on a break this week, 7 p.m. Friday night, the Joe Coles Band at the LRB, that's Little River Bar and Grill, 7 p.m. Rise to Rain on Saturday at 7, game night on Tuesday at 7, and Trivia with Dave every Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Little River Bar and Grill. The Blue Note in Harrison, Saturday, has the Pantera tribute Walk on Homeboys with Alice in Chains tribute Bleed the Freak, and rockin' in the pub, it's Blackwater Voodoo. 6 p.m. on the doors on that one. Tickets are available at cincyticket.com if you'd like to go to the Blue Note on Saturday. Thank you, Bob Klein from C-Bus. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you, man. Oh, my filling co-host sometimes, Mr. Bob Klein. Miami Valley Gaming, another lucky winner. 90 Proof Twang, 8 p.m., Center Bar. Saturday, that's Friday night. Saturday, Chucky's in Love plays at 8 p.m. in the Center Bar. They're at MVG, that's Miami Valley Gaming. Rex Patrick and the Country Legends show in Germantown. Saturday, the Country Legends Band returns. Doors are at 6, shows at 7. Reserve a table by calling 513-594-1282 to get yourself a spot there at Rex Patrick. Froggy's Bar and Grill in Monroe has 5 Stone, Steve Faliero's project on steroids. 5 Stone at 8 p.m. on Friday night. Saturday, Stagger Lee at 8 p.m. Tuesday, karaoke at 8. And Wednesday, Jeep Night at 6 p.m. at Froggy's Bar and Grill in Monroe, Ohio. Hey, if you're out there, guys, say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Hit that little share button on the show and support these venues and musicians we're talking about. A few more venues to get to here. The Naughty Pine, Friday, Radio 1990 at 9 p.m. Saturday, Twisted Fate at 9 p.m. at the Naughty Pine. Del McFarland, if you're still out there. Lori's Roadhouse, line dancing lessons on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. with line dancing to follow. Every Wednesday's teen night throughout the summer from 7 to 11. And Friday, Toby Keith and Jason Aldean tribute from 8 p.m. on. No submission for Saturday night yet at Lori's Roadhouse. I got to say, it's funny. I used to own a teen nightclub years ago. And we charge $5 cover to get in. I saw the cover charge for Wednesdays at Lori's is $20. Oh, if I'd have made $20 a kid back then, do the math on that. 1,500 kids every Friday and Saturday. So that's 3,000 times 20. Just somebody do the math real quick on that. All cash. Keep that in mind. Hi, Tom Cordera. Thank you. What's up, Richard? Dick Fletcher in the house. I missed you at the breakfast the other morning, my friend. We did. All of us did. None of us getting any younger, brother. Not at all. We have a retirees breakfast and we have a blast at it. It's so much fun. Hidden Gem Music Club in Centerville, Novena tonight with Pine House Band and Tracy Perkins, 7:30 p.m. Friday, the Dayton Salsa Project. Salsa goes on there Friday night. Saturday at 8 p.m., our friends from Next to Nowhere, Benny Bodine's band, and Stone Agony, Nick Wheeler in that one for sure, both of them actually. 8 p.m. showtime at the Hidden Gym in Centerville. They call it the Hidden Gym because it's in the back of a shopping plaza. So trust your GPS if you're going. Sunday, who do we have? G. Scott Jones Freedom Ensemble. That is going on 7 p.m. on Sunday at the Hidden Gem. You are most welcome, Del McFarland. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Fretboard Blue Ash, Singo tonight, Thursday, 6:30. Friday, Full Circle, 7 to 10. Saturday, Under the Sun at 7 p.m. at Fretboard Blue Ash. Tuesday, Trivia, 6:30. Wednesday, live music each week, 6 to 8 there to be announced as well. Then we go to Kettering, Ohio to Mo Harrigan's Tavern. Tony Peters on the stage tonight at 7. Friday, Ashley Knapp at 8 p.m. I think Jason Roy is joining her. Saturday, the Doug Hart Band from 8 to midnight. And open mic every Sunday, 5:30 to 9:30 at Mo Harrigan's Tavern. Nick Wheeler music shirts will be available at the Hidden Gem as well. I've got one. I wore it just a week or so ago on the show. Nick Wheeler Music, NWM. It's good stuff. Brick Tap Tavern in Huber Heights, Scott Houchins tonight, 7:30. Music Bingo on Friday at 8:30. They do that once a month. And then Saturday, Sideshow Band at 8:30 p.m. Wednesday, karaoke with DJ Denny from 8 to 11 at the Brick Tap Tavern. That's in Huber Heights, Ohio. Then we've got the Village Theater in Covington jam session each week, 6 to 10. Nathan Hickey will be hosting next week. The 21 in Southwest College Corner, Thursday night, open mic tonight with Bob Della Posta, 7 to 10. Saturday, 8 to 11, Studebaker John and the Hawks will be there at the 21. That's in College Corner. Jane's on Main in Miamisburg, open mic with David Thornton tonight. It's an acoustic open mic night, 7 p.m. Friday, Ben and Pete at 7:30, and Saturday, Kierstead at 7:30 at Jane's on Main. Nick says there's new ones. There we go. Got to see those, Nick Wheeler. Miamisburg Moose Lodge has Leadfoot this weekend at 8 p.m. on Friday and Classic Jam at 8 p.m. on Saturday, open to members and qualified guests on those. Scotty Long DJ songs on a break. He's got the fill-in host tonight at Little River Barn Grill and then off the rest of the weekend. And then yours truly, I'm at the Miamisburg Moose every Tuesday hosting their trivia night, which is so much fun. And Wednesday every week in our Wild Wednesdays on the patio at Heather's all the way through November. Name that tune at Heather's, guys, 7 p.m. on that one. And we're here weekly on Haul Around Town Radio for all your music news and needs. All right, sit back, fasten your seatbelts, because we're going to crank 10 minutes worth of bands, solos, and duos and events. Had to get a little swig of that. Starting out with Grocery Store Vodka, Saturday at End Zone Sports Lounge, 8 to 12 in Covington, Ohio. The Triple Nickel playing Friday at the Phone Booth Lounge, 8 p.m. Saturday at Buckeye Jake's in West Alexandria at 7 p.m. for Triple Nickel. Hindsight, Friday at the St. Helens Festival in Riverside, 6:30 to 8 p.m. on that one. Mr. Man and the Mojo Band every Monday night at the Century Inn, 6 to 9 all summer long. The Retroactive Band, we mentioned it earlier, Friday at Heather's, 7 to 11 p.m. Twisted Fate, Saturday at the Knotty Pine, 9 p.m. Tom Stevenson, Thursday night at Pirates Cove. Tom Stevenson solo, 6 p.m. Saturday, he's at the Monkey Bar with his band Zazoo at 7 p.m. And Tom Stevenson rounds it out on Sunday at Little Miami Brewing with his other band called Woohoo, 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. on that one. Leadfoot playing Friday at the Moose in Miamisburg, 8 to 12, and then Saturday at Dunaway's in Troy from 5 until 8. What's going on, Mark Bransford? How are you? Thanks for being here. Sugar Rock, the duo, Friday, playing at City of Dayton's First Friday in the Oregon District, 6 to 8 p.m. on their show. They're going to be located in front of the Oregon Express on 5th Street. Saturday, the duo will be at the Dayton Beer Company, Madison Street, Dayton, 7 to 10 p.m. on that one. Our friends from Britches Down, Carlos and company, they're going to be playing Friday at the St. Helens Festival as well, 8:30 to 10:45 on that one. And then Carlos trades in the chaps and the country hat for a little rock and roll action with Spongeworthy on Saturday at the St. Helens Festival from 8 until 10:45 on that one. Liars for Hire, another wonderful band. Liars for Hire, Saturday at the Kettering VFW, 7:30 to midnight. That one's open to the public at the VFW. Short of Stable, Saturday at Wings in Vandalia, 9 to 1 on that show. Ben and Pete, Friday at Jane's on Main, 7:30 start time. Saturday at Heather's in Springboro, 1 p.m. start time, going till 4. And then Ben and Adam play Sunday at Mr. Burroughs, 3 to 6 on Sunday Fun Day there. The Fast Forward Band plays Pirates Cove on Friday, 7 to 11. Saturday at Riverside Marina from 8 until 12. David Thornton, Thursday at Jane's on Main, open mic night in Miamisburg, 7 to 10. Friday, he's at the Middletown VFW number 3809 from 7 to 10. Then Saturday at the Broken Barrel Bar and Grill in Middletown, 7 to 10 rounds out the schedule for David Thornton. Ray Renee's band got canceled on when they shut Hooters down. She had a gig there this weekend. I don't know if you saw that in Newport. It's no longer in business. So she's doing all karaoke this week. Karaoke with Ray at RJ Paradise Pavilion on Friday behind Jungle Gyms, 7 to 11. Monday, karaoke with Ray every Monday at By Gollies in Milford from 8 to 10. And Tuesday, karaoke with Ray at Jocko's in Delhi from 10 to 1. Eek! I'd be in bed. I hope you get some youngsters there, Ray, that like to stay up late on a Tuesday. It's a school night for me. It is. And Nick says, I have pictures of Carlos and Chaps. I want to see those. Please send those in to the station. Yes, we'll post them. We will. All right, Brandy Evans sending all this in. Her band Strange Love, and I always emphasize this. Look up Strange Love Band. If you put Strange Love in the internet search, you get all kinds of weird stuff. Strange Love Band at the Newport on the Levee from 7 to 9 tonight. Strange Love at Club Trios for Sunday Fun Day, 3:30 to 7 p.m. Sunday. And then Tuesday, Strange Love at the Harrison Summer Concert Series, 7 to 9:30. That's Strange Love's lineup. The Contenders, I've got the Contenders shirt on, Saturday at DC Roadhouse, 8 p.m. for them. Kevin Cooper, who's with me here, getting ready to go host the jam. Thursday night, Bell and the Bear Jam, 7:30-ish on the start time there. Friday, Kevin's with his band, the Hanky Panks, at Jimmy B's. Saturday, that's at 9 p.m., by the way. Saturday at 8:30, the Hanky Panks are playing MVP Sports Bar and Grill with Jonathan Grooms filling in on bass that night and plays at Richard. Then Sunday, 6 to 10, Eyes Up Here at Trillions. And then Tuesday is band Eyes Up Here, 6 to 10 at Liberty Inn. Kevin Fox, Friday at Bishop's Quarter in Loveland, 7 to 10. And Sunday, he's at the Strauss House in Covington from 8:30 to 12:30 on that one. And Shane thought this was a family show. It is a family show. Carlos and Chaps is plenty of that. And the MVP gig got moved back to 9, and David Parks is now on drums as well. Man, your band's falling apart, Kevin. They are. All right. Move back to 9 on the MVP gig there. Make a note of it, people. Rockstar, Friday at Wings Bar and Grill in Dayton, 9 p.m. Saturday, they're at Jimmy B's Sports Bar and Grill for Rockstar on the east side. That is 8 p.m. on that one. Abe's Lincoln, Friday at Crimers, 7 p.m. That'll be a good one if the weather holds. And Saturday at Club Trio, 8:30 p.m. for Abe's Lincoln. What's this? Miss us girls going out like we did. Well, get them out again. Hi, Rex Wright. Thank you for being here. Crown Watts, Saturday at the Bell and the Bear, 9 p.m. Thank you, Mark Bransford, for sending me that one. Timestamp, Friday at the Monkey Bar, 7 to 11. And Saturday at Beechwood Acres Campground. Looking for Yogi and Boo Boo, 7 to 11. Timestamp. Joe Coles playing full band, Little River Bar and Grill on Friday, 7 p.m. start time. Saturday, 8 p.m., Middies in Middletown. Joe will be solo Joe. And then Thursday, 7 to 11, Tavern on the Bend in Cincinnati, solo Joe as well for Joe Coles. CFG and the Family, Friday at Mansion Hill Tavern, 8 p.m. And Saturday at the Sorg with Scotty Bratcher, 8 p.m. Few tickets available for that. If you want a ticket, get it now. Right now. Just get off the show and get your ticket right this minute. Marty Huber Acoustic, Thursday at Maloney's in Delhi, 7:30. Vinyl Countdown, Friday at the Mount Healthy Summer Concert Series, 7:30 to 9:30. And then Saturday at the St. John Festival in Deer Park, 7 to 11. The Tony B Band, Friday at Fig Leaf Brewing, 7 to 10. And Saturday from noon until 3 at Buckeye Harley Davidson for the Tony B Band. Anita and the Daves Friday at Braxton Brewing in Covington, 6 to 9. Chris Runnels Band Friday at Music in Mason with Michael Williams from The Voice and American Idol, 6 p.m. on that one. It's on the Mason Downtown Plaza stage. The Gamut Saturday at Jim and Jack's, 8 to 11:30. Dat Band Friday at the St. Max Festival. Like I said, there's a St. Everything Festival. They are there from 7 to 11. Red Hot Riot Wednesday the 11th at Jim and Jack's, 7 to 10. The Whammies Saturday at the St. Antonius. Is that it? Antonius? Antoninus? I'm not Catholic, so I don't know. 7 to 11 on the Whammies show. Sideshow Band Saturday at the Brick Tap Tavern, 8:30 start time on that one. DV8 at the St. Mark's Festival on Saturday in Liberty Township, 7:30 to 11:30. And then Sunday at the St. Mike's Festival. Is that like this? St. Mike Festival from 4 to 8. Lots of saints. Benny Bodine Thursday at Putter's Sports Bar and Grill in Mainville, 7 to 10. Friday, he's at BC Brewing in Mason, 7 to 10. And Benny Bodine rounds out his schedule Wednesday at O'Leary's in Centerville, 7 until 10 o'clock on that show. Next to Nowhere Saturday, the Hidden Gem. We mentioned them earlier, 9 to 11 in Centerville. Stone Agony and Next to Nowhere playing that bill together, by the way. Stone Agony, I think the doors open at 7. Music starts at 8 with Stone Agony, and then Next to Nowhere hitting it around 9:30 or something like that. Truck Sunday at the St. Helens Festival, 7 p.m. Shane DeMoss sending us his gigs in this week. Friday with Until Rust at MVPs from 9 to 1. Saturdays with Half-Life at the St. Helens Spring Festival, 5:30 to 7. Early show for Half-Life there. Chad Applegate solo Thursday at the Barnesburg Tavern tonight in Coleraine, 7 to 10. Jason Roy Friday from 8 to 12 at Mo Harrigan's Tavern with Ashley Knapp. Saturday, he's at the Old Miller's Tavern with Six String Hustle featuring Cameron Parks, Alexandria, Kentucky. Sunday from 5 to 8, Six String Hustle with Cameron Parks at the Barrel in Springboro for Jason Roy. And what are you saying? Nick Wheeler, it's you all weekend, buddy. It's you all weekend. You're going to play your little fingers to the bone. Barely Able, Saturday at the Green, 6 to 9 p.m. And Sunday at St. Helens Festival from 1 to 3 for Barely Able. Velvet Crush Unplugged, Thursday, Mr. Burroughs Tavern, 6 to 9. And Friday at Warp Wing in Springboro, 6 to 9 on VCU, as they're known. Then VC the Band, Velvet Crush the Band, Saturday, Settlers Walk Block Party, 7 to 10. Alex Poteet, Thursday at Valley Vineyards in Morrow, Ohio, 6:30 p.m. His band Linus Tate takes the stage Saturday at Arlen's Bar in Garden in Cincinnati, 10 p.m. showtime there. Two more. Tim Blankeny, Sunday from 1 to 4, The Wicked Pickle in Loveland. And as we mentioned on Heather's schedule, the Retroactive Band, Friday at Heather's Cafe, 7 to 11. If you'd like your band or musical act featured on our weekly podcast or share it on the Warren County Post, which will digitize this list and put it online, contact us at All Around Town Radio on Facebook. For additional band information, follow our daily Facebook Live at 5 programs at All Around Town Radio. We've got some good Wednesdays with the band coming up. Yesterday's, we had trouble. We did. But good stuff. Thank you, Nick Wheeler, for being with me, buddy. I appreciate you so much. And guys, thank you all for being here. I'll be back with you on Monday with our weekend update of who I got to see play live local music. And if you got to see somebody play live local music this weekend, watch for our post on the page and give them a shout out and give the venue a shout out. Venues are just as important as anything else we talk about here, guys. So thank you so much. Other than that, I hope to see you maybe down at the Bell and the Bear Jam tonight if you're there. If not, we'll run into you soon. And get out this weekend and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Share, share, share. All right, 1330 has added a late breaking news coming into the studio here from Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. I'm hearing you out there in the field. Opening act for Jackal at Riverfront Live this Saturday. Back to you in the studio, Jamie.
Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene.
Thank you, Miamisburg J. Thank you, Sugar Rock. Thank you, Mark Bransford.
With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio
Show.
That's where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio.
I'm going to go see that pretty fella in a few minutes, Mr. Cooper.